Getting on the Allure of the Seas now. Yay! One of the biggest ships in the world. Let's go. So we first come into their deck 4 area, I guess, and into the main area. So this is their main promenade. Pretty nice. We just came from there. This is their Rising Tide bar. It's a bar that goes from here to there and back down. It's been a while since I've been in a Royal Caribbean ship, so pretty cool. Oh, and they have wait times as well for when the next. Oh, looks like it's coming down. Maybe not. That was just me. Never mind. Here they're advertising a drink package, and over here is a champagne bar. Looks pretty nice. Here's a bunch of elevators over here. Looks like the dining room. There's a dining room in front of us. This is pretty cool. This is a interactive map, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I'm on deck 5. And this is looking down one of the promenades, I think. Yeah. The ship really looks like a mall. Pretty cool. You can see I'm a gold person, so I've been here before. And here are the rooms. And it just goes on forever. Here's our room. Let's see if this works. It works. Let's go in. And we have a phone call. So here's our room. Answer that later. Flat screen TV, nice. View from our balcony. We got a view of the Caribbean Princess. Oh, we're pretty low. And we are departing from Fort Lauderdale. And I believe we're gonna go to that private island in Haiti, Labadee. And we're also gonna go to Jamaica. I don't remember the exact name, but it's close to Ocho Rios. And we're also going to Cozumel with 3 sea days. So yeah. And here is our itinerary for today. Pretty nice. And tickets. Also the oh, here's our safe. It's kind of weird, sliding closet. So they both, looks like they both slide. Interesting. Here's our restroom. Oh, we have the master switch. Oh wait, now it's on. There we go. There we go. Here's the restroom. A sliding restroom thing. Is it wet? Oh no, it's just the made look wet. Pretty cool. And we have some shampoo conditioner right there as well. And like my complaints, like all cruise ship restrooms, toilet seat rims are really thin, so it feels like you're sitting on the toilet seat, the toilet rim. Oh, this is a cool little drawer thing. Pretty cool. And it looks like for gold people, sea pass people, they have extra discounts on random things. Pretty cool. And I think that's announcements coming from the Caribbean Princess across the way. Oh, and there's a Holland America ship to the right as well. And the Regal Princess is right behind us too. Back in the bathroom, some things I noticed. These towels, it's a minor thing, but these towels kind of look like some random person put them here, you know. They're all wrinkly and everything, and looks like somebody just kind of threw them up here. You know, it looks like maybe the previous guest did that. You know, they didn't bother to change it. I don't know. Also, not a big fan of, you know, kind of a sticker thing that says shampoo or conditioner. Yeah. What's cool is that the bathroom here, the trash can's right here. Pretty compact. Some extra TP. And the teepee's kind of weird being like right here on top of the shelf thing. Also, it's cool. I like to give you a toilet brush, so you know if you make any really bad stains from eating at the buffet too much, you know you got that there going for you. So yeah. Another cool thing right next to the bed, they have these little pockets to put random crap in. You know, including a looks like a room service thing here too. Not bad. Here's our thing. We are right here on deck 6. Or yeah, deck 6 is where we are. Deck 4 is our assembly area. And our muster station is D2. And we have a do not disturb sign on this like tiny / makeup room. You can see through the eye hole. Yeah. Oh, and the switches. At least this thing looked kind of. Temperature thing looks kind of old. But yeah. I don't know where the life jackets are. Let me find that really quick. Let's look in some of these. You have a little mini fridge that's empty. Hair dryer. That's empty and empty. And I still haven't been able to find our life jackets. That's so weird. Also, I don't know what this thing does. I think it has something to do with this flap hitting it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Also, there's like not much space. Like, I don't like how if you want to grab something from this side, you have to open it like that. And kind of like squeeze in through here. There's really not much space here. But, oh, I guess that thing kind of holds it back. So I guess when it's like rough seas, it kind of like prevents it from like slamming into the wall here. Because when I'm pushing this, it kind of slows it down before it actually hits. Really cool. So I think I might have broken this one. Oh, there we go. I think I fixed it. Oh, that's cool. So it just goes by itself. So you just slam it and it just closes by itself. That's what that was for. Okay, that's cool then. So here's a sports deck. Looks like they have a soccer and a basketball going on. Pretty cool. Over here we also have some ping pong. And there's a wipeout cafe, so it's like burgers and stuff like that. Here's the back of the boat. That's the zip line that goes from there to there. From right over there all the way to there. Here's looking down. So down there is the boardwalk area apparently. And one of those, I think it's this one, is a carousel. Maybe it's that one of those two. I can't see. Pretty cool. And looks like they have a mini golf right over there as well on the other side. It's pretty windy, but this is one of the 2 FlowRider areas apparently. And there's another bar in the back over here called Wipeout Bar. Here's the back of the boat, looking all the way down. And that is the diving show area down there apparently. And here's the other FlowRider area that's not operating right now. So here's one of the kiddie pool areas. That's pretty cool. You can actually see through the pool and see them inside. This actually looks pretty fun. And it looks like there's another pool over there. And because there's a pool there, I can see that there's no staterooms underneath that pool. And right below there is Central Park, where they have real plants. Also, each of these paintings on the steps over here, they all have like very Asian stuff. That's like Asian paper. Over here is like Asian, like probably Tibetan jewelry, stuff like that. Very interesting. And here's an Asian head. Cultures of our world. Interesting. So this is the Central Park area where they have apparently, yep, real plants. Pretty cool. Like, this really does not feel like a cruise ship. Oh, and here's the top of the Rising Tide bar. Wow, this place is massive. So this is the Central Park area of the cruise ship with real plants. And this is Chop's Grill, which is one of their upcharge dining places, specialty in steaks. I've eaten here like twice from previous boats / previous cruises, and it was really good. Highly recommend eating here. We're probably gonna eat here too, but we'll see. And here's one of the Chop's Grill menus. Here's a map of the Central Park area. And what sucks is that they were doing an announcement here earlier, and it gets really loud here. Like they have like it really echoes in here. I do like the fake bird noises that they do pump here. It's pretty cool. So this is Dazzle's. I don't know what it is though, but I want to go in here to see. It's like a multi-floor restaurant maybe, with a dance stage middle thing and a dance floor and a thing here and a bar. Pretty cool. And it overlooks the boardwalk area. And here's the ice skating ring over here where they have shows. Well, our muster drill just ended. Going down this hallway that has some random facts. And here's the art gallery. And here's the casino. Pretty big casino. With a bar in the middle. And apparently you could smoke in here as well, because I smell the smoke. There's some cruise ship stuff, and we're gonna go in the park cafe to eat. Let's go in. So here at the Park Cafe, I have a Cuban panini, some bread, and a potato and leek soup. And they also have some mango-infused water, which is pretty good. Pretty cool. Here's a library. And that was the Diamond Club, which is like, I think their version of like concierge, I believe. Here's an overview of the Central Park area. So this is apparently what they call a card room. This is where people like play cards and checkers, go online with their internet cafe thing here. One thing I really like these, they really show you like a map of where you are and what's in this room, and it's very bright and colorful, so you can actually like see like, hey, there's really nothing on this floor except for the card room and the Adventure Ocean thing. So here's the mini golf course over here. It's super windy right now. It looks pretty hard with a lot of hills. And here's the end of the zip line. And this is apparently Fuel, which I believe is their kid teen zone thing. The kids club area, I guess. So this is the back of the boat. They were doing a welcome show right over there where they do the diving show. And it had like Madagascar characters and everything. Man, this is crazy how big this ship is. It's insane. Like, I'm just blown away how big this, how much there is to explore and everything. Oh, and one really cool thing about, one interesting thing about the muster drill that we did before was that they had a, you didn't have to bring your life jackets with you. There are actually no life jackets in your stateroom. Instead of life jackets being in your stateroom, they actually have them, they distribute them at your muster station before you actually go out to the lifeboats, which is pretty nice. You know, you have one less thing to worry about, you know, going in. Pretty cool. So our muster station was in the in the ice skating show area, which is the Studio B room, and all the life jackets were in like little cabinets, like behind doors in the back of the theater, which is pretty interesting. One of the people working here showing off. And apparently this row of rooms right there are like two-story. They're like two-story staterooms, and they look really nice. Like, holy crap. Here looks like a diving place. Rent diving gear. Here's another side. One of the pool decks. There's another bar, DJ, and another pool. I think there's another pool over there in a hot tub. Big overview of their Central Park area. Oh, and there's a semi-zero depth pool here. There's some semi-indoor jacuzzis. Women's restroom. Let's see what's over here. So now I should be in the front of the boat. I guess this is the adult area. And there's a Brazilian steakhouse here. I think this is one of the upcharge dining locations. So here's the solarium again, the adult area. Pretty nice. Cool water features. And there's a bar behind me again. Pretty cool. I don't know what's up there though. Looks like individual cabana type areas. Here's their kids areas. They have a kiddie arcade for kids. And they have another arcade further other places. So these are all the kid club areas. Very nice. So here's the front of the ship. I believe we're right above the bridge. Let's go to the very front. Here's some more of the kids areas. And I think the engines just kicked in and we're now pulling away. And just like the Diamond Princess, you can see their black box right up there. Pretty interesting. So I guess all the little black box type things are directly above the bridge of the ship. Pulling away. We're like as tall as these buildings here. I would say the entire cruise ship is towering over this building that's closest to us. This is their spa area, apparently. Let's have a look in. Looks pretty nice. Ooh, a little smoothie bar. The salon, fitness center, and spa. This is really cool. When you move, looks like they're jumping. And here's their gym. Pretty big. And it goes down to their running track down there. Pretty interesting. Holy crap, this looks like Hong Kong. I know this place. It is Hong Kong. Pretty cool. Now let's go walk through their area. Oh, this is their theater. Looks like it's closed because they're doing rehearsals. Let's go walk through their promenade. Okay, so it looks like we have a bar here called On Air. Don't know what that is. Maybe sports. I don't know. Another one, I don't know what this is. Maybe a wine bar. Starbucks here. Valerios? Maybe Mexican drinks, I don't know. Gift shop. I don't know what this is. Looks like there's a wine store over there, or alcohol store. Sorrento's Pizza. I know Sorrento's. A pub. A Kate Spade. And the Rising Tide Bar. Looks like it just went up. And there's a Promenade Cafe. I believe the food there is included with our stay on the ship. Next cruise booking. It goes down to the casino. Purses. Guest services. Information. Fine jewelry. A bar up there. Another bar, champagne. I think this is where we just came in this afternoon when we got on the boat. Oh, and this is the dining room, Silk. We'll be eating here later, but I'm gonna try to sneak in with everyone else. So this is an Asian themed dining room. Looks pretty cool. And it looks like there's 3 floors of dining. And I think each floor is themed to like a different thing. Pretty cool. Here's their jogging track. This thing says that there's no chairs here. I like to hang out here, but actually there's not much of a view because everything has been gated off. See runners, walkers, or the other way around. Oh, looks like there's some chairs up there. Let's see what's down there. Here's some of the lifeboats. You actually see, kind of sort of see inside. Looks pretty small for 370 people. And here's the back of the boat. It's kind of dark, so you can't really see. But there are bubbles down there. And a plane just took off. Huh. There's a shuffleboard back here. And here's the diving stage. And a giant rock climbing wall on that side. And there's another one right above us too. So this is the end of the boardwalk area. Pretty nice chairs with cup holders. I think in a bathroom? Yep, bathroom. Pretty nice. So this is the boardwalk area. In the back you can see a carousel back there. And over on this side is the diving stage, the diving show. And they do regular shows there too. And up here is one rock climbing wall and the other rock climbing wall. And they also have a zip line that goes right between the two areas up there. No way. There's a playground in here. This is awesome. Very cool. And over here is a Johnny Rockets. And a bar? I think it is a bar. Tequila bar. Oh, nice. Star Pier looks like a gift shop. A Carousel. I don't know if you have to pay for it. Here's a candy shop. A kids store. Ice cream maybe? No, this looks like, I don't know what this is. Maybe like, oh, it's just like food. Boardwalk food. Here's an ice cream shop. Ben & Jerry's. And then they have a Pets at Sea, so I think this might be a kind of like a Build-A-Bear place. And over here is the arcade, but it's temporarily closed. Can you see what it looks like inside? And a Zoltar. Is that Zoltar? Yep, it's a Zoltar. That's out of service. So apparently a ride on the carousel is free. It's included. Very cool. Oh, and this is cool too. Kind of shows like the life of the progression of making a carousel horse. Pretty neat. Very cool. A lot of park history in here. This is cool. They have some funhouse mirrors here. I really like this. This is too cool. Here's one side of the elevators. Over here looks like a picture purchasing area, I guess. And here's the other bar we saw before. And oh, and here is the Rising Tide bar again. And looking down the promenade. The ship's starting to rock just a little bit. So one interesting thing about the TV is that they have different channels. Like this is the DreamWorks channel. They have like Adventure Ocean TV, which I think this might be like Disney. So far it's been like Disney stuff. Shopping channel, prime time. They have like regular channels as well. It's pretty cool. And this iPod thing right here still has the old iPod plug thing here as well. A couple plugs here. What's this? Oh, just a regular thing. Some water. Probably really expensive water. I don't know. I don't see anything. Yeah, mini bar coverage. I'm sure you have to pay more money for that. So yeah. Oh, and I just noticed this. They have a Zika warning thing that they gave us. So yeah. Boo Zika. Yep, I'm doing a POV of the carousel. Pretty sad and pathetic, but I thought, hey, when else am I gonna be able to ride a carousel on a cruise ship? Pretty awesome. And it's weird because the carousel only has like 1 foot thing. My other foot's free. It's kind of weird. Here we go. Whoa. I'm on a carousel on a cruise ship right now. This ride seems like it's going on forever right now. And I'm actually glad I'm doing this like when there's not that many people here, or like during a sea day. Carousel on the cruise ship. Whoa! Okay, yep. That lasted a little too long. Where do I get out of here? Oh, exit only. There we go. Cool. The horses look pretty detailed and everything too. Also, I am glad I wasn't the only one on the carousel, because it would have been pretty sad to be, you know, on by myself. That would have been really sad. It's still pretty cool. That was a pretty cool ride. I am glad I did it. Best carousel ride ever, because I'm on the ship. And maybe the slate rocking might have added to the thrill. I would kind of hate to have these rooms here, because you're always like being looked at from the other rooms, like across the hall or across the area. Also, maybe it's just me and I don't really pay attention to carousels, but it looks like there's like no gap between the actual floor of the carousel and to the actual floor. So it's like it's like flush with the carousel floor and the real floor, which is pretty cool. I guess nothing could like drop underneath or whatever, you know. But I've never seen other carousels have this, where it's like flush between the floor that doesn't move and the floor that does move, if you know what I mean. Yeah. There might be other carousels might have that, and I just don't know because I don't pay attention. But yep, looks like a rising tide is rising right now. Looks pretty slow. I wonder how the evac people on that, if it like stops working or whatever. So I don't see any like ladder or anything like that around here. I can imagine like really drunk people having trouble stepping down a ladder as well if it gets stuck at some area. But it looks cool. I really like this promenade. I really like the lighting in the area. Did a good job with that. I noticed this thing here. I don't know what it is. Oh, so I don't know if you can see that. You can see a little picture of Rome or some Italian place. And here is what Central Park looks like at night. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Holy crap. The fake animal noises. Wow. The lighting. The fake cricket noises. This is amazing, except for the Taylor Swift in the background. But wow. So we have chops over there, which is steaks. Oh, here's Rising Tide Bar. Went up to this level. This is 150 Central Park, which I heard this is organic food. And both of those are upcharge dining areas. You can see a better view of Rising Tide. Just wow. Really cool. This wall of here is filled with plants and stuff like that. And a window into the promenade. Like this entire cruise, like this boat really feels like a resort slash hotel slash mall. You know, it is absolutely incredible. And I hear a lot of people complain about how its size, how it's like too big, you know, they get lost. But so far I've been walking around and I for the most part have my bearings down. Oh, and I wonder what those were. Apparently those are rooms, just with windows. Okay. And over here is Italian, I believe. The Italian upcharge area. And look at this. Oh, so it looks like the Vintages might be another wine bar here. And wow, and it's like everywhere else on the boat, if you go outside, it's really windy, but here it's like feels amazing. There's a Coach store and whatever Regala is. I don't know what that is. I think it's jewelry. Alright, and a picture store maybe. Yeah, photos. Very cool. And it's like all these plants are real. It's very cool. Everything is real here. This is insane, the amount of upkeep. Right here, I've noticed that everywhere you go outside, they have random umbrellas around. So I guess it's for you to take or whatever. I don't know. Really interesting. I'm walking down here, and I guess this is this stairwell is like European pictures, as opposed to the other one being like Asian. And I just noticed this kid over here. He looks really pissed. I don't know why though. Interesting. Wonder why he's so mad. Oh, and this is one of the productions they do, Mamma Mia, and oh, another one here. So apparently the theaters here, you have to book your theater time. Oh, here's a somewhat view of the theater area. So you have to reserve your times to watch some of the shows here. So I saw that the Mamma Mia show is like a 2-hour show that's showing tomorrow, which is crazy, and you have to book a reservation time to see it. So that's going to be really interesting. Maybe a little bit boring too, but I don't know. So this is Blaze. Apparently it's a nightclub by looking at the map. This is a jazz club apparently. Looks very delicate, like very elegant here. Looks pretty chill. Weird music though. Looks like this is a comedy club area. Some of the shows they may play. And here's Studio B, where we did our muster drill, or where our muster station is. And this is the ice skating ring. It looks like we could go ice skating now. Interesting. So anyone could just go down there now and grab a helmet and ski and ice skates and just go ice skating. Very interesting. And previous cruises, Royal Caribbean cruises I've been on, they could cover up the ice skating ring and it becomes a stage, you know, or a dance floor or something like that. Wow. Just looking up at these elevator areas are pretty crazy. And apparently on deck 3 we have a conference center, which is kind of like a conference area, kind of like a room with meetings and stuff like that. This is what it looks like. But I think someone else has it booked for something. And the casino is called Casino Royale apparently. It's kind of a long walk to get there. I guess we had to walk around the ice skating rink. And since I walked around that way, the other way, I'm gonna try this way. So on the other side of the ice skating rink, which is on the right, we have some what looks like maybe coral type things, decorations. And instead of the art gallery, it empties out right into the casino. Pretty cool. So one of the main dining rooms on the bottom is, or whatever, this is the Grande. So this is the Grande dining room, which is one of the main dining room areas. It's interesting how each dining room area has a little lounge type area that's themed to the area, the dining area. Pretty cool. So here's the Grande dining room. Looks pretty standard. And this is Azumi, which is a hibachi sushi upcharge. Here's their menu. Pretty cool. So this is American Icon Grill, which I believe is an upcharge dining area. And there's a long line to make reservations. Looks pretty interesting. Oh, and apparently secondary luggage screening is down on the second floor. That's good to know, in case they pull your luggage. And this is apparently the living, what's it called? The living area, which is the youth zone. I believe it's called the living room. And apparently it'll open at 8. I just noticed that the ping pong tables are all enclosed, which is awesome, so your ping pong ball doesn't go like flying everywhere. See, this is one of the reasons why I wouldn't like having a room on this side, because like everyone here could just look into your room from here, you know. And it looks like on deck 15 there's a shop called Breeze, which is a hat shop. And over here is a video game arcade area, but I want to see what's in here first. I don't know if it's working. What is it? So it looks like a 3D image of people on swings, one of the swings rides. And here's the video arcade area. This is the main arcade area. Pretty nice. Got a nice selection. So this is the Windjammer buffet area for dinner. Here's some of the food offerings. It's like cheeses, some meats over there. Pasta. That's not pasta, that's French fries. Right. Some soups over there. It's kind of small. And some drinks over here. And the dessert station over here. Ooh, and ice cream too. Oh, and I don't remember if I said this before, but that right there is a freaking current pool. So it's like a mini lazy river. Like it goes around in circles. That sounds awesome. Very cool. And I believe straight ahead over here, I believe that's Miami. I think. So I believe the 17th deck is the highest I could go on this ship. And you can look all the way down. See the promenade and all the elevators. So here on this, the uppermost floor, we have some loft suites and the other suites here. And a lounge and coastal kitchen, whatever that is. So here's the lounge. I don't know if it's exclusive to people or what. Yeah, I believe this is like the concierge area. And let's move on. And here's our coastal kitchen. Here's some of the times. So I believe this is just for suites and pinnacle people in here. Kind of like a Club 33 type of thing, sort of. More like a club level thing. So let's go down. And I believe that's the rest of the ship. I don't know. I believe I went through everything. Huh. I just did everything in one night. Pretty cool. If I find anything else, I'll add it later. But yeah, I think that's everything. So I found the starting line for their jogging track that goes all the way down the length of the ship. And here's some stats. Looks pretty cool. So here's the American the American Grill, whatever dining room, the bottom one. This is for lunch, so it has like a open kind of salad bar type of thing. Here's the theater from the second floor. And this is what it looks like from the bottom view. This is the comedy club room area. Okay, so in the bathroom, one of my gripes I have right here is the sink is too shallow. So like, you know, it's not very deep. I would say about like maybe that deep or so. So if you're like, you know, if you're brushing your teeth and you spit water in there, it kind of splashes back all over you or whatever. Another thing, I know maybe this is just our room, but when the toilet seat comes up, it hits the wall. And it looks like there used to be something that stopped, you know, that kind of pads it here, but now it's gone. So when it hits, it kind of slams, you know, makes a loud noise when it hits that wall. So yeah. Here's our balcony outside. Oh, one thing, we saw one of the shows. So what's weird about this ship is that they don't have shows that are like right after dinner. Apparently their shows are like during the day, and they're like really long shows. So we got to see the Broadway musical Mamma Mia, and it was the full 2.5 hour musical with a 15-minute intermission in between. So that was pretty interesting. It was an okay show. I never seen the real Broadway show or the movie, so I have nothing to really compare to. I don't know how close it is to the real Broadway show, but it was okay. You know, I'm not a real fan of that kind of Broadway musical, unless it's something that interests me, like, you know, Book of Mormon or Hamilton. You know, but yeah, pretty interesting. So I just did the zip lining. It was okay. Pretty I mean, you don't go very fast, but it's pretty cool to be like on a ship. Also, they don't allow anything in your pockets. Like these shoes, I had to change because you can just slip on and off, you know. So you have to wear like tennis shoes, socks, nothing in your pockets. Yeah, so that kind of sucked. You know, you had to go through the hassle of emptying your pockets. I can't even wear this watch, so I couldn't wear a watch going on it because they're afraid, you know, stuff could fall off and hit the people down there. But yeah, here's the boardwalk during the daylight hours. See what it looks like. Looks pretty interesting. Looks pretty good. Get your hot dogs over there and corn dogs. I think I may want one actually. Sounds pretty good. I'm getting kind of hungry, but I'm gonna eat in like 2 hours. So let's go. We're gonna see if we could get on that rock climbing wall. So you can see there's a zip line. It starts right over there and ends right over there. So here are the two rock climbing walls. There's one over here, rock climbing wall 2, and rock climbing wall 1. Are the numbers counting?
They are, yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Am I good to come down or? All right. Yeah.
You can see the tree is lit right now for Christmas. And the lights kind of resemble Christmas stuff. Also, it's a formal night, so a lot of pictures and stuff going around. One thing I like about Royal Caribbean is that they have days of the week on their elevator floors, but I'm not. It's weird because I'm used to it being being carpet. Yay! First towel animal of the trip on day 2. Here's day 3 itinerary. Well, made it to Cozumel. Man, I haven't been here since like 2007, so 9 years ago. Anyway, we have the Carnival Splendor, and behind it is the Carnival Liberty, I believe. And it's crazy to be looking almost pretty much down on this ship from here on the Allure. But yeah, pretty cool. Man, it's crazy to see that we are like, this boat is taller than I think every single building here in this area. Pretty cool. So for breakfast, I recommend eating here at Web Cafe. It has pretty much everything that the Windjammer has, but smaller and much less people. So, little tip. Pretty cool. And it has a better view, so you can like sit outside. Also on the boardwalk over here at the Boardwalk Donuts, they have free donuts for everybody in the mornings with a cool setting. So I got a key lime donut, never had one before, from that donut place out in the boardwalk. You can see our view from the balcony. So let's try this out. It's a key lime donut. I don't really taste the lime. It's like a hint. It's okay. It's not the best donut. Nothing special. It's basically a one and done. So we're here in Cozumel right now, about to leave. And, right behind the FlowRider area. And we're looking down at the Carnival Paradise. I think we're leaving actually. Oh, we are leaving. We are leaving. Okay. Anyway, we're looking at the Carnival Paradise, and we are like towering over them. It's crazy how tall we are right now. Like, I am not even at the highest point, you know. Just pretty awesome. And yeah, we are leaving. Okay, cool. So there's our Carnival Paradise. I'm almost taller than the smokestack of that ship. It's pretty cool. And it looks like they're training some new people for the FlowRider. Some new FlowRider instructors, probably. But man, that ship is tiny. I don't even think there's any balcony rooms on there either. Maybe I see actually, maybe that's a row of balcony ships, balcony rooms. Here we go, about to do the circular lazy river. Water's pretty room temperature. Oh, it's cold now. Whee! Current lazy river temperature. Current lazy river speed. It's about 3 feet 5 inches. I like the lighting package in here. It's like green and blue.
Okay, I'm done. Let's go. Gotta fight the current. Let's try some of these pools. Not very deep. I think this is the kiddie pool area though, so I feel kind of weird being here by myself. Okay, I think I'm done. It's getting cold now. Don't know if I showed this before and if you can even hear me, but here they have little LED stars around this indoor jacuzzi type area. You know, looks pretty relaxing, pretty nice.
So we're at sea right now, and I'm chilling in the Central Park area, and it is just so chill right now. Like, wow. And the ship is like big enough to where you don't feel the rocking that much, you know, with the fake cricket noises, the wind, the real plants is just crazy, you know. Oh, and right behind me is the Promenade down there. But yeah, just wow. Doesn't feel like a cruise ship at all. So it's a sea day, the second sea day, and I tried the FlowRider. It's pretty fun. I did the boogie board one first, just to get the hang of the water and everything. That was not bad. I was able to turn and stuff like that, and get on my knees to steer. It's a little bit harder to get on your knees to steer when you're used to snowboarding. Then I went over to the other side of the harder side, which is the stand up, and that was pretty hard, especially being used to snowboarding, which I'm a snowboarder, so I snowboard a lot. I have my own board. I go different places, and it's very different because it's like in the FlowRider you're supposed to have all your weight on the back leg, and snowboarding I basically kind of even it out a little bit, maybe a little bit on your most of my weight on my front leg. So it's kind of hard to curve that habit, you know, and that was why I kept falling so much. But yeah, it's pretty fun. So it's very different from snowboarding, which I'm used to. And yeah. Anyway, just out here chillaxing. Also, before you do the FlowRider or the zip lining, and I think maybe rock climbing as well, you have to get this wristband. Basically, you scan your card, and they'll give you a wristband saying like, "Hey, you're good to go." You could also rent towels. I believe each person could rent 2 towels. And then you exchange them or whatever, and you know it's on your card and stuff like that. So yeah. Also, one of the benefits of one of the good things about the bathroom is that there's a vent that's pretty powerful in there. So when I'm like showering, you know, when I come out, the mirror isn't like all full, you know, of like steam or fog or whatever. It's not fogged up, you know. There's a little bit of fog, but not enough to. It's still enough to like look at your face and shave and stuff like that, you know. So that's one thing I like about it. It's a pretty powerful fan, very nice. Also, what sucks about having a balcony this low is that like when the water hits, you know, when it lands on like the glass or like the bed chairs or the table, and evaporates, it leaves salt deposits, so you can see some of the salt, you know. these salt deposits from when the water evaporated. So like everything out here is very salty and nasty. Kind of sucks. But it's a balcony. Not bad. So one thing I forgot to mention about the Mamma Mia show we saw, it was kind of adult themed. Like they had a lot of adult themed references, like sexual innuendos, stuff like that. A lot of like air banging and dry humping at some point, and a lot of like boob and butt grabbing / spanking or slapping. You know, I was pretty surprised about that on a cruise ship. You know, and they did say that. I mean, apparently it did say on the map that it was a like rated PG-13 or something. So like, you know, they don't recommend anyone below 13 to watch it. So that was pretty interesting show. Also, we have a reservation for the diving show coming up later today, and also going to see if we could hit the How to Train Your Dragon ice skating show that we don't have reservations for, so we'll probably have to do it standby. So that'd be interesting. Yeah. Another really cool thing I like about the bathroom is that when the lights are off, this emergency light stays on. So it's like if you want to pee, you don't really have to turn on the light because it's, you know, well illuminated enough. You know, so this is what it would look like if the light was on in our bathroom. There we go. And here's that vent I was talking about before, where just like kind of sucks out all the steam so the mirror doesn't get fogged up, you know. Another interesting thing is how the shower head is so freaking high. You know, I guess it's good for really tall people, but pretty weird. Never seen that. Also, I don't really know what this thing is for. Maybe it's like a seat to like, sit down and do something. I don't know. It's a weird bar. Like this, I thought these were buttons, but they didn't really do anything. Oh wait, they are buttons. Kind of. Well, this one does. This one moves. This one does nothing. But yeah, I don't know. But yep, pretty interesting. Yeah. So to turn on the shower, you turn this thing, and this thing is our temperature. Here's the How to Train Your Dragon stage / ice skating rink. Towel animal number 2, a frog, and day 5 compass. This is the Upcharge 150 Central Park. This is focusing mostly on, I believe, organic food. And here's the menu. Pulling into the Jamaica right now. I believe this is Freeport, Jamaica. And one thing I forgot to mention about yesterday about the shows, the diving show review, it's pretty good. Nothing too special. I mean, there's some pretty cool stunts in there. It is pretty cool to see like people diving off a boat, though. You know, a diving show in the boat, which is cool. You know. They also apparently I missed they had like a water show where the diving show is too, which I missed. Kind of like a World of Color type of thing, I guess. I don't know. I didn't see it. Another thing, the other show that we saw is the How to Train Your Dragon ice skating show. That was pretty cool. and they started lip syncing the conversations, so that was kind of bad, because sometimes they weren't really good lip syncers. But the face characters they used for like Hiccup and Astrid, they were pretty on point. That was a pretty good face match, I guess. The dragons are pretty cool. They're kind of small, but you know, there's nothing you could really do about it with such a small space for their small ice skating ring. But overall, a cool show. They basically retell the entire How to Train Your Dragon 1 movie. So, yeah. And then last night we ate at 150. What was it called? Central Park or whatever. Upcharge place. That was really good. The food was great. They were a little understaffed, but our server being really awesome, you know, being very nice, very, you know, starting up conversation. He was just a very likable man, you know, person you could like grab a beer with, you know, and he was from Trinidad. So he was really awesome, very friendly. So he made up for the lack of service and basically how it took, like, I would say maybe almost 3 hours, about 2.5 to 3 hours to eat. So it wasn't that bad. Yeah. You can see two Royal Caribbean ships next to each other. Ours is the Allure on the left and the Independence of the Seas to the right. Pretty cool. You can see how much bigger it is. I don't believe I've been on Independence before, so that's interesting. Alright, just got through security in Jamaica and we're now heading back onto the ship. And this is how big this thing is next to me. This thing is massive. It's like a huge building here. Pretty cool, just like pretty cool to see, overwhelmed to see how big it is, standing right next to it. Oh, also one thing I forgot to mention is that on this ship they are very proactive on their hand sanitizer usage here. Like, they more so than other ships. Like, at every eating location they have a person there on top of the automated hand sanitizer dispensers. They have people there to making sure that you actually do it, and if you don't do it, they're holding like a hand sanitizer dispenser in their hand and they squirt a little bit on your hand. So like, and it's almost everywhere, all the food locations here and there. And like, even if you know, they really care if you don't do it. They'll basically tag you down and be like, you have to do it, you know. So I think maybe something happened, or I don't know what, you know, to where they were like very proactive with this. Maybe the Zika virus outbreak going on around here, I don't know. But anyway, yep, here's this massive ship. Pretty cool. So apparently the elevators here use windows, and one thing that sucks about elevators is that even though a button is pushed, they all look the same. Like, you can't really tell what's been pushed. It's like, that was just pushed, you know, I push it again. You see, it doesn't really look as illuminated. Very weird. Oh, take a look what it looks like over here. So here's the Independence of the Seas. And there's Allure. Pretty crazy how Independence of the Seas used to be one of the biggest ships in the world. And here we are on a bigger one, right next to it. Oh, so Jamaica's really cool. So they have, in this building right here is the customs area.
So you go in, and I mean, when you go in to get back on the boat, you go through the bag checks in there and everything. Then you go into the ships from either the front of the ship or the back of the ship. But it looks like Independence only has 2 in the back right there, and their entries are like pretty clogged up because it looks like none of the lines are moving. Which is weird because there's a line over here too, but I don't know if that's crew only or not. That could be crew only. But yeah. Pretty cool. And all these are like shops and like restaurants and stuff like that. You go through before you actually get to the buses and taxis over outside. And then the rest of the town is outside of the gates over there. Our view outside of Jamaica is pretty nice out here on this side. The other side is Independence of the Seas over there. But this side is pretty calm and pretty peaceful. So we're waiting for another ice skating show. Apparently this one's themed to like video games or board games or something like that. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. We'll see how it is. Oh, and I heard that this is better than a bunch of the shows here on the ship, so we'll see how it goes. Here it's better than How to Train Your Dragon, better than the diving show apparently. So let's see. So I just finished watching the ice skating show, and that was a really good show. Very high energy, very funny. It was a lot of fun. It was themed after Monopoly, and what's really cool is that all the places in Monopoly that they went to, that they landed on, were places on the boat. So it'd be like they landed in the casino, they landed in the video arcade, they landed in the karaoke bar or whatever. So that was pretty cool. So they did kind of like a musical dance / tribute of those places. And that was actually pretty cool. There was a scene where they did one for one of the places they landed was the upcharge Italian restaurant, and it was funny because one of the people there, it was like a dance between a guy and a girl was like acting like she was drunk, and it was just hilarious seeing her like drunk ice skate around, and that was the whole bit, was like the guy was normal and acting normal, and the girl was drunk after butt, it was hilarious. And there's also another scene where this girl was on a hoop that was attached to a cord, which was attached to a rope to the ceiling, and she was on ice skates. So she was basically ice skating around and doing like different maneuvers on that hula hoop and doing like spinning around a lot. And I've seen that before, but I've never seen it combined with ice skating before. So that was pretty unique too, But overall, that was actually a really good show. I was really impressed with it. Very high energy, very funny, Well, I made it to their private island, Royal Caribbean's private island, Labadee. And here's our ship right next to it. So last time we didn't get to come here because there were rough waves, so we couldn't tender ashore, which sucks. But now we have, I guess they built this thing right here, so we can just get off, Yeah, pretty cool. Here on the private area of Labadee. And there's the boat. See, look over here. So they have a bunch of different paths to go walk around and get great views of the ship, and little nature paths, pretty cool. Besides the beaches and all the other standard stuff. Here's a shot between the trees, looking in toward our boat, and everyone going back in. And we technically have about an hour and a half before we head back, which is funny because like pretty much everyone's on board the ship by now. In my opinion, we're here on this island for a little bit too long. It's not in terms of logistic wise, because everyone's already majority of people are already back on the boat, and everyone's kind of sick of all the stuff on this island. Everything is an upcharge, besides the barbecue, and the barbecue was okay. It's probably out of I like Princess K, their private island, a little bit better. It's a smaller island, but it has better food. This food wasn't as good, but this island is huge, or this private area is huge. Like, you have to take a tram. Like, they offer trams to go from one end to the other end, which is pretty cool. Here's the Labadee sign right behind our cruise ship. Heading back to the boat from Labadee. See some of the island, or the private area. It's not really an island, it's just a city area. You see the awesome boat. It was crazy. Some areas you were looking through trees and all you see are just balconies, and it just looks like another building. And we got the, looks like traditional Haitian music and dance before we head in. But yeah, this island, this area, it really felt very crowded. And I believe we're the only ship here, you know, and I believe there's about in the 6,000 people on this ship and 2,000 crew or so. I believe there's 6,200 people on this ship, capable, and I believe they currently have like 5,000 something right now, so it's not a full ship. So inside the park cafe, you can have soups, make your own salad, and paninis, some desserts, and one of my favorites, which is the roast beef sandwich, which is absolutely amazing, and they cut it up right here. And here's the rest of the menu. Eating at Giovanni's, which is their Italian upcharge. Here's their menu.
Hi, good evening. I'm Samuel, your server tonight.
And we are currently eating outside in the Central Park area. It's real plants. Okay, eating at Giovanni's table, and I just saw this guy started playing guitar here. And the funny thing is, there's no cricket background noise anymore. So like right before he started playing, the cricket background noise stopped, which is pretty interesting. But it's like the perfect atmosphere right now, with this guy playing the guitar and eating outside on Central Park. Alright, just finished eating at Giovanni's, the Italian upcharge restaurant, and wow, that was amazing. They were a bit understaffed, but our server, amazing as well. He was awesome. We told him we had a show to make at 10:30, and we started eating at 8, and he got us out of there with, you know, pretty much an hour to spare. So that was great. Great food. I think my filet mignon was just a hair too salty, but nothing too bad. But yeah, overall amazing food. Difference between, I would say, 150 Central Park and the Giovanni's is that Giovanni's felt more traditional food, as opposed to 150 being very contemporary, you know. But yeah. Alright, I'm in the main promenade area, and I just noticed these snowflakes look new. I don't remember them being here before, so maybe they just added them or what. I don't know. So, I think these might be new snowflakes. So it's pretty cool how they keep adding new Christmas decorations.
as the cruise goes on. Looks like they're having their famous one-day sale at that gift shop that most cruises have. So yeah, kind of wandered behind the diving show area. You can see all the mechanisms for all the diving show stuff, the pulley systems and everything, and the ropes and chains. So basically this thing kind of sinks down and there's a pool of water underneath there, and there's fountains that go all around here and over here, and there's the seating area and the 2 rock climbing walls, and then above the both rock climbing walls are the tech booths. So there's one right over there and over there. Now I noticed the 3 red lights over there. So they have a red and a green light, but I don't know what they do. I think the left one is for a pulley system for people for the diving show where they come out over here. I don't know what the other 2 red and green lights are for though. So yeah. Also, since they have this pulley system on the little line on the left side, they could only dive from the highest point on this side over here on the right, on our right currently. So the left tallest diving area is not being wasn't being used during the show because there's a kind of a line going right in front of it. You know, so they would probably, if they dove off that, they probably hit the line. So, yep, pretty cool to be back here. So we need to watch one of their, I think their Blue Planet show or whatever, and it's like a Cirque show, Cirque du Soleil type show. But the little setup they have in the middle of the thing, it's pretty cool. It's like a little sphere, and they project the Earth on it as it's spinning. It's a pretty cool thing they do. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, so I just saw the Blue Planet show, which is the show in the Amber Theater, which is their main theater. Pretty good show. It's alright. I mean, I like the ice skating show better because it's like, you know, Monopoly themed, and all the places were places on the ship. This one's kind of interesting because it's like singing and dancing, your typical show. And they did a lot of, like, you know, since it's Blue Planet, they did like a underwater scene, a tree forest scene. They did a you know, a rock scene, you know, stuff like that. It was alright. The sets were really cool in this show though. Like, I've never seen, these are really big sets for a cruise ship. I've never seen a cruise ship set this big, you know, for all these sets. Very good sets. And I guess, you know, since it's a much bigger cruise ship, you know, they can have bigger sets for it. Pretty cool. Nothing really to write home about, but besides the sets. But yeah. Oh, I never noticed the stars like kind of sparkle right above the Rising Tide bar. Anyway, tomorrow's our last sea day, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah. Pretty good. It was an alright show. And I don't remember if I mentioned before, but I'm a little on the fence about the show system. The system they do shows here. So they have like a standby line and a reservation line. We reserved our shows every day, for every show. So we got, like, you know, you arrive there a little bit earlier and you get let into the theater earlier, as opposed to standby that doesn't get to do that, which kind of sucks. But and it's not that bad if you miss a show, because they do have other show times for it. They do have other show times for that said show, except for How to Train Your Dragon. How to Train Your Dragon is they only play that show once this entire cruise, and there is no reservations for it, so it's all standby. And what sucks is that they don't tell you that it's only standby, so some people might get confused and be like, you know, I can't find it, you know, I can't reserve this show for some reason, you know. So if you miss that show, you're
basically SOL on that show. You're not gonna watch it, you know, because they only play it once during this cruise. But yeah, the show system's kind of weird. It is kind of weird for most shows how every single day there's no show after dinner, which that's what I'm used to. Like every single cruise I've been on, they've had shows, their main theater show after dinner, and that's not the case on this ship, since some of the shows are, you know, at night, some of the shows are during the day, you know, and you have to have a reservation for them, you know. So it's kind of weird, like after dinner and you're like, I have nothing to do because there's no show today. But yeah, anyway, heading back to my room. Gonna call it a night because tomorrow's a sea day. All right, here's our last night of our cruise, or second to last night, and we got a little monkey towel person thing, and here's our day 7 cruise compass. Yay. So apparently the American Icon Grill normally is a anytime dining establishment, apparently. So it's like where if you want to come at another time, you could come here instead of your scheduled dining time, and you can make reservations to come here as well. So this acts like the regular dining normally, but you know, differently in terms of, you know, you don't have to come in your set time, you just come whenever. We also get your free soft serve ice cream here. This is a strawberry yogurt. I love how on my final day of cruising, I just realized that structure in the back over there is an octopus. I just now noticed that, and it's super windy out here. Alright, eating at the Chops Grill, which is their upcharge steak dining area. And here is their menu. So here we are in the Chops Grill, and we are inside the little enclosed area, which is pretty cool. So I guess when it rains, you can still eat in here. Technically eat outside. And we're right outside a Rising Tide bar. Eating a filet mignon with my 3 steak sauces. And our sides. Got a cheesecake for dessert. So one thing I forgot to mention that I noticed a lot on this cruise is that along with them being very proactive on giving you hand sanitizer and everything, there's a lot more people wiping down the handrails here as well. Like, I've seen this more often on this ship than the other ships I've been on. You know, it just seems like they're just constantly wiping handrails, you know. Also, I saw their Madagascar diving show earlier today, and it was pretty good. It was just like the regular diving show, but with Madagascar characters in it. It had some of the Madagascar humor as well, which is pretty funny. So yeah, they also got the whole crowd dance and everything, doing the wave, and it was a fun show, you know. But yeah, now I'm gonna go and see a comedy show, and I believe the comedy show is 18 and up, I believe. I don't know. I think so. So we'll see how that goes. Well, finally made it to Fort Lauderdale. Overall, this ship is amazing. It's huge. Most of the time you don't really feel like you're on a boat because it's barely much rocking. Just a great ship. I love the neighborhoods. My favorite neighborhood is probably Central Park, followed by Boardwalk. Very awesome. Lots to do. Like, I would not mind taking a transatlantic cruise on this thing. Such an amazing ship. You know, just massive. Yeah, overall, this great ship. And it's cool being next to like other ships and looking down on them and stuff like that. Yeah, you can see there's a Celebrity cruise. That's the Celebrity silhouette in front of us. Over here is the Koningsdam from the Holland America line, and there's another Holland America ship right behind there. That might be the one we took, which is the Rotterdam. I don't know. I can't tell. If it is, that'd be cool, because I haven't seen that ship in years. But yeah, overall, just an amazing trip. Most of the time I was just like, wow, at the size of the ship, and like, you know, all the different neighborhoods where it doesn't seem like you're on a ship. Just awesome. Walking through here one last time. I'm actually gonna go and eat at the Park Cafe for breakfast before we head out. But wow, gonna miss this place the most, just because of how like chillaxing it is here. All right, let's go to Park Cafe. All right, last breakfast, and we're eating at the Park Cafe. And this is a customized bagel, muffin with stuff in it. I don't know what's in it, and a breakfast burrito that was really good. I don't know what's in it either. All in Central Park, one of my favorite places. All right, just got off the ship for the last time, and it was awesome. Great cruise. It was fun. Very cool. One of my favorite. It is probably the best ship I've been on. Pretty nice. Can't wait to go back again if we are.